VI Blind Resources logo, a white silhouette of a person with a cane and guide dog. Next to them and going down the black canvas are white words that read VI Blind Resources, and under the word blind are a pair of eyes. This is our thumbnail image. A girl with her hair in a messy orange ponytail, wearing a purple shirt and holding a pen. A girl with her hair in perfect curls, wearing a pink dress and holding a sword. They are fighting sword against pen. And above them in white letters reads, "Is the pen mightier than the sword?"
Hello everyone. What's up, boys and girlies and non-binary pallies? I'm chilling here on my bed. Excuse the whining dogs in the background of this video. They know I'm up and they want to lay with me, but I'm trying to get them to sleep in their cage all night tonight, and so far it's working good. They just know I'm up and talking, so that's why they're crying. So sorry for the whininess. Today I got my hair down. Sorry if it's a bit crazy. I think I'm wearing my brown glasses. That's why I'm wearing my black glasses. Wearing this black and white striped tank top. And I'm under my cat blankie. Alrighty. So, I just finished reading and watching To All the Boys I Loved Before. And the audiobook will be linked down below. I'm going to read the rest of the books, and I'll do review on those. But for now, a book versus movie comparison. So let's get started. Okay. So some things I liked about the movie were I liked Peter and Laura Jean's relationship. Okay. So I'm not really the biggest fan of fake dating, and I think that's why it took me a while for me to finish the book, is because, I don't know, I just don't like it. The fake dating thing is just not something I like. Read a few books on fake, where the characters fake date. Let me know if you want me to do some more reviews on those type of books, because I will. Give me some tropes, and I can do some reviews on my favorite books that use those tropes. So let me know down in the comments, please, and thank you. Any hoozles. Laura Jean writes 5 love letters to 5 different guys that she never intends to send, but they get sent out anyway. One gets sent to her sister's ex-boyfriend, who Laura Jean is in love with. And so, in order to save face, I think is the right expression, yeah, she pretends that Peter Kavinsky is her boyfriend. Literally in the book, she just sees him walking down. In the book, she just... I'm sorry, I'm dropping the camera today. Okay. In the book, she's literally just sees him walking down the hallway because Josh is trying to talk to her at her locker. And she sees Peter walking down the hallway, and so she's like, "Oh, Peter, I'm dating Peter." And then she goes up to Peter and then just freaking kisses him. And full on, not just a simple kiss on the lips either. She jumps onto him and wraps her legs around him. But in the movie, what happens is they're walking on the track and Peter talks to Laura Jean about the letter, and then she faints. And then when she wakes up, I assume she sees Josh there, and I didn't realize that's who she had seen because, well, it's a movie and I can't see the characters very well because, visually impaired. If you stumbled upon this video. Yeah, I'm visually impaired, so watch my other videos to learn more about me. I'll link down below. Anyway, so like, yeah, then she freaking makes out or just kisses him. I couldn't really tell, and then she's like, thanks, gets up, runs into the bathroom. She pretty much does a similar thing in the book too. Like, after she kisses him, she just says thanks, walks away, goes off to class. It's kind of funny. And like, then Peter was talking to Josh because Josh was wondering if they were really dating stuff, and he's like, oh yeah, we're dating. And then Laura Jean tells Josh that she and Peter had a fight and were gonna break up. But then, like, Peter tells him that they're dating and that they're good. So, he's gotta. So, she has a dilemma. And then, so she takes her bike to his house in the book, and they go to, and he, let's see, okay. Guys, it's really late here. Sorry, this video just seems very rambly. Okay, anyway. It's, like 2 in the morning. Alright, she rides her bike, she rides her little sister's bike to his house, and they talk and make a contract. So, like, one of the things in the contract is no kissing. Another one, is that he can put he can put his hand in her back pocket, and they both agreed that they both need to watch some movies that the other suggests that they watch together. They agree not to tell anyone about the relationship. Fake relationship, I mean. So, yeah, let me skip. Yeah. And then they sign it, and Laura Jean keeps that contract with her in her bag all the time, which I like. I think that's cool. So basically, they start fake dating, and oh yes, one of the things in the contract is that he has to pick her up for school. Okay. And so he does. He picks her up for school, but in the book, her little sister Kitty, she is running late for a field trip. But in the book, she's like 9. In the movie, she's 11. So what happens is that his car is only a 2-seater, so then she has to have her sister ride on her lap. And so he gives them a ride to her school, and then they go to their school. So, yeah, it's like, and like the thing is that she's like, Kitty was wondering who Peter was, and he's like, oh, I'm her boyfriend, and like, Laura Jean was just like, kind of shocked. Like, oh, I didn't think we'd tell our families kind of thing. But they end up telling their families that they're dating. In the book, the letters get sent out because Kitty is mad at Laura Jean because Kitty has a crush on Josh, and Laura Jean was teasing her and saying that she's going to name her dog after Josh, or after the boy she likes, because she never says who it is. And so she gets really mad at her and sends her letters off. In the movie, Kitty just sends the letters off because she wants Laura Jean to have a boyfriend. Both things
both ways of sending the letter off makes sense. Like, I don't know which way I like better, because on the one hand, the movie version is really sweet, and then the book version is spiteful. So, like, I mean, either way, I don't know. I'm sort of in favor of both, I guess. So I'm not sure if it does explain this in the other two books, but maybe it does. But like, Laura Jean is scared of driving for some reason, and in the books she gets in like a small, like, I guess like a fender bender. She gets in a little tiny car wreck, and the like, you know, she talks to the guy, and it, like, then, like, you know, make sure like they're both okay and all that. Then she's like, oh, you want me to call someone for you? She's like, oh no, I'm good. And so then she just waits there, and she calls Josh to come get her. And then Peter shows up, and he, hold on 1 second. Lucy, it's okay, girly girl, you're alright. And he sits there with her and waits for Josh to get there, which I think is sweet. And this is before the letter is sent out. And I like that they show that they had like a relation, like, you know, I guess a relationship before the letter, you know. I mean, they did have a relationship before the letter. They knew each other when they were in middle school. So, I mean, but like, you know, showed like interaction before the letter. You know, I don't know how to explain exactly what I'm trying to say. Alright, sorry my voice is all crackly. I don't know what's wrong with it. Anyway, there we go. I have a better voice now. I liked in the book that when they kissed in middle school, they were the only two left at a friend's party, and they were like in the basement waiting for the parents to pick them up. And like, Peter was like, oh, you smell nice. And she's like, how can you tell from over there? So then he leans in and he kisses her, which I think is cute. It's a lot more romantic than the spin the bottle thing in the movie. I really love how the movie looks. It looks like, to me, it looks sort of dreamy in some ways, like the color scheme and like all that stuff, just the way it looks kind of dreamy, and I like that. Only thing I wish it would do is that when they're texting, I wish it would say it out loud, because I can't tell. I can't read it. Too tiny. And it wasn't audio described, which really, really sucks. I like that in the books, like I said before, that Laura Jean was the one to say the fake dating first, and she said the idea first. And I like that she said that, because in like the way it's worded in the book, the way Peter says it, it's because he wants to not date Jen anymore. He wants her to not have a hold on him, is what he says in the book. In the movie, he wants Jen to be jealous and jealous, so that way he will. Lucy, be quiet. In the movie, he wants Jen to be jealous so that they can get back together again. And he approaches her in the movie. So I like the book version of that better. In the movie, I like that it gave us more of an ending than in the book, because, like, I don't know. I feel like that was good, and that there wasn't too many loose ends in the book to tie up. I mean, we do want to know if they ever get back together. Like, that's something we definitely want to know. But, like, I don't know, I just like the fact that they get together in the movie, and like she writes a letter to him and she reads it to him, and then they kiss, and it's super adorable. And then on New Year's Eve, Laura Jean and her dad go out to a diner, and this is in the movie, which so, and then he talks to her about her mom, and like says how they used to go there, and when they went there on their first date, she put money in the jukebox and play a certain song and dance in the aisles, and I think that's really sweet. And so then he gives her money, and then she plays the song, which I think is very cute. Like, that's a very sweet, touching moment. I love the sibling relationship between all the three song sisters, which, like, I like in the movie, in the book, that they call themselves song sisters, even though their last name is Cubby. Song is all three of their middle names, because their mom said she's a song girl and will always be a song girl. So then all her girls are song girls, which I think is very cute, and I like that. But they don't say that in the movie, which I think is sad. I just feel like the relationship in the book was a lot better on the sibling relationship. I think it's a good thing that in the book, when Margot overhears Josh, Peter, and Laura Jean talking in the kitchen, and she gets mad about hearing that Josh kissed, or that Laura Jean and Josh kissed. Like, I think it's a good thing that she gets mad, because she is very aloof, and it shows that she, like, actually, cares. In the movie, which I do like that she never kissed Josh in the movie, because I think that crosses a line that you don't need to cross. Like, he was her sister's ex-boyfriend. You don't do that to your siblings. Which is why I think it's very validating that Margot gets really pissed at her in the books. But I am glad that they didn't kiss in the movie, which is why it's better, which is why it sort of brushed off, and she's not extremely pissed like in the books. I like that she does talk to her about it, and I like that it's not this big drama fest, So I like certain aspects of Peter and Laura Jean's relationship in the movie better, because I feel like in the movie it showed them more as friends and boyfriend and girlfriend. Well, in the book, they just didn't feel like they had much of an actual friendship. Although I wish that they would have included the little estate sale part in the movie. And the Christmas cookie bonanza, and the party part, because that's where they all had that confrontation. So, yeah. Overall, I wish I could just blend the book and the movie together, because I like them both. There are parts of each I don't like, and there are, just like anything. So, I don't know. Also, the big thing I loved about Peter in the movie was that he actually stood up for Laura Jean after the whole, after the whole rumor about them having sex in a hot tub. Like, I love that he stood up for her. In the movie, somebody took a video of them kissing, and I love that he stood up for her. Like, I I think that's a very good thing. It shows that he really cares about her and that he's not going to give a fuck about his reputation. I mean, he should have done that from the beginning, but I'm glad that he did it then. And I like the fact that in the movie, Josh doesn't really seem to return Laura Jean's feelings, because I get the whole sibling vibe from them. They don't seem romantically like relationship. They don't seem like they have a romantic relationship to me. Not even in the book where they do have romantic feelings for one another. I feel like Josh and Laura Jean have more of a sibling relationship. Gives her good advice and tells her that she should go out and live life basically, and that's what she does. Also, like, I like that they actually talk out their feelings, and she explains that, she doesn't love him anymore. And he says that, like, and he explains that he did love Margot, and he still loves Margot, even though it's over, basically. In conclusion, I wish I could put bits and pieces of the movie within the book. And, yeah. So, I'm not sure which I really liked better. Let me know down in the comments what you liked better. And suggest books for me to read, please. They could be on Audible, Kindle, iBooks, whatever, as long as they're available in some sort of digital format. It could be even on Bard, which is a book reading app for the blind, visually impaired. And with that, I'll catch you next time. Good night.